Hi everyone, how are you? I'm making more videos, as I hope you've noticed. So today I'm making for you an Italian salad. It's a string bean, potato, and onion salad. I have string beans over here that I've boiled, and I'm taking them out of the water, and I'm putting them in some cold water. There's a few ice cubes in here so that they stop cooking. Oh, I missed an end there. I boiled them in, I made the water boil, and I boiled them for 7 minutes. You can boil them however long you like. If you want them softer, you can make them softer. If you want them harder, you cook them less. But I'm putting them in ice water so it'll stop the cooking process. And I have here, let's get the last of the Mohegans here. I have here 2 potatoes that I've boiled. They're about 1 pound. This is about 3/4 of a pound. And so these are cooling off. You don't want them too soft, but if you like them crunchy, cook them less, 5 or 6 minutes. I like them in between. So these are cooling off. I'm going to peel the potatoes. I like to put the potatoes in whole, so you get more potato and it's easier to peel as well. Okay, so I'll be back, and
How long do you
cook the potatoes?
Cool the string beans in the water.
Until the water warms up from the heat of the string beans. It stops as soon as it's not hot anymore. And the potatoes, I boil them for about 20 minutes. I stick a fork in it. If the fork goes through, they're done. So what I'm going to do is prep everything, and I'll be back. I'm back, and I have all my ingredients here. And this salad brought me back to my childhood. I don't know if I ever mentioned before. I probably did. And if you read my blog, you'll know. I came from East Harlem, which was a Italian-American community in Manhattan. One of 3 in New York. And we grew up eating a lot of vegetables. I can have a meal without meat or fish. I'm a vegetable person. I eat scallop and broccoli. I eat string beans and potatoes. I eat a lot of vegetables. Just garlic, broccoli rabe. I could have broccoli rabe with a loaf of bread. And as I was growing up in East Harlem, even though many people ate only vegetables, we were lucky enough to have a constant supply of fish and meat. My mother and father had a butcher on the corner of 113th Street, and right next to my mother and father's butcher was my grandfather Vito's fish market. We had all kinds of fish, and then, to top that off, right next door to the fish store was my Uncle Pete. Had a candy store with a jukebox, whatever. And all the guys used to play poker in the back, which was illegal, but hey, we did a lot of legal stuff in New York growing up. And right across the street from me was the Jefferson Pool. Go in there at 10 o'clock in the morning, pay $0.25, and not come home until it was supper time, 6 o'clock. We didn't have to worry about anything. We never closed our doors. We never locked our doors. It was wonderful. I remember my sisters asking my mother, how come we always have meat sandwiches? You know, we see our friends at school, they have bologna and cheese, they have ham and cheese. We have meatball, steak, pork chops, whatever. So my mother gave them a bologna and cheese sandwich one day for lunch. They didn't like it. My sister Ann used to bring sub sandwiches to work and keep it on the radiator to keep it hot. Anyway, back to the video. All right, so I have the string beans here, and I'm going to take a sip. Cool them off. Here's the cooled off potatoes. You cut them to the size you like. I cut them like, whatever, 1 inch or so. Put the potatoes in with the string beans. And the onions. I used like 1/3 of a big red onion. You could use a small onion or 1/2 of a medium. I like onion. Is that enough? Was that too much? That's plenty. That's plenty.
Looks like enough. Looks like enough.
You could use fresh garlic if you like, but you got to mince it really, really, really well. I just got a teaspoon of garlic, granulated garlic. It's just about the same thing. A teaspoon of salt. I don't use pepper in my house. My family doesn't like pepper. And this is fresh oregano. I love fresh oregano. If you don't have fresh oregano, by all means use the one in the jar. A teaspoon is fine. This is about a tablespoon of fresh. Now we use olive oil. I use about a half a cup of olive oil, or I eyeball it too. You know, Italians, we never measure. My mother, she could never give you a recipe. She'd say some of this, some of that, some of this, some of that. You figure it out on your own. Even when I call my aunt, sometimes I forget a recipe or I want to be refreshed on a recipe. I'll call my Aunt Camilla, God bless her. She's 94 years old. And I'll ask her. She doesn't tell me how much. You take a little garlic, you take a little this. I figure about a half a cup. You use your discretion. Okay, and you have to use more oil than you do vinegar. Even when you make your salad dressing, I don't know. This is looks like a little bit more than a half a cup, so I'm only going to put in half of it, like a quarter of a cup. And then we're going to mix it all together. Wow, I can't wait to have this. You can have it warm if you like, but we like it in the refrigerator, cooled off, particularly overnight.
Everything coagulates together. And
Yeah, and the potato kind of gets a little, the string beans get a coating of potato. The onions, the flavor is in there. You can make a bigger salad if you want, but this is fine. This is great in the summer when you have sausage on the grill or steak on the grill. This is the best. When we grill in the summer, we usually have a 4th of July party, and I usually make a lot of things. But I don't cook too much Italian on 4th of July, I have to tell you. I make ribs, I make mac and cheese. My mac and cheese is the best. And
yet you still haven't made a video for it.
well, because I told you in the last video, I didn't think it was Italian, but I'm gonna make it one day, and you guys can make it. It's not hard. It's just, you know, in the summertime you gotta put it in the oven. But hey, look at that beautiful salad. Now you can chill this overnight. You could, if you want to eat it the same day, 3-4 hours, you could chill it. But I suggest overnight. And so we're gonna take some pictures, and I'm gonna take a taste. Let me take a little bit of taste.
Take it right out of the bowl, kid. Oh,
well,
it's your food.
I know it's my food, but
Someone
you're not supposed to double dip.
I understand, but you're the only one eating it, so who cares?
Okay, I got my string beans, I got my onions, and I got one, let me get a small one. A small potato. There you go. That is so good. I'm gonna put this in the fridge and have it tomorrow. We're having steak on the barbecue, teriyaki steak, shish kebabs, and this is a great side dish for that. Until next time, I hope you enjoy the salad. I hope you make it. It's very simple. Only takes about a half hour. Not even. Bon appetit.